Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dividends, the show for and about your College of Business. We have a great program today. Coming up a little later, Chip Templeton's going to join us. He's the new director for the Small Business Development Center. But first, we're going to talk with a fifth-year senior, Terrence Williams, about an app he's developed that has gotten quite a bit of attention. Terrence, good to have you here.
It's good to be here. Thank you.
So what are you studying right now? You're a fifth year. Are you information systems, computers, business?
It's a cross between electrical engineering and business information systems.
And you developed something called the Bully app. And you tell
Yes,
us
sir.
about that.
Okay, it's the Bully Walk app. It's a campus navigation for Mississippi State University. It basically helps students get around campus. Say, for instance, you're a freshman or a transfer student, you can easily navigate your way around campus as far as finding your way back to your dorm, finding a local cafeteria or anything like that. And you can also look at the campus bus route systems.
So where did the idea come from?
It came from my freshman year because I come from a very small town, so actually being able to cross over to a university, it was a very big adjustment. And during my senior year, I was already able to develop iPhone apps. So I decided I should actually help somebody that was once in my shoes, actually getting around campus.
And how long did it take to develop the app? It seems to me like it would be very labor intensive to get all the bus routes, all the buildings, and all of that GPS stuff in there.
Yeah, it took quite some time. It took a total of 4 months. The most labor I did for it was actually getting the longitude and the latitude at every single place on campus. But once I had those information, it was very simple.
Were you surprised, excuse me, at the amount of attention it got?
I was completely blown away. Once I released it, like everybody was very supportive and responsive, and I have over 2,000 downloads, and it's been used over 10,000 times. And I had no idea something I would create would actually like make it that far.
Well, let's take it for a spin. And while he's pulling it up, you can go to the App Store and download it. It is free, as you mentioned, a free app, and it's not just for incoming freshmen or students. This is also great for parents if they're doing visitation, if they're coming to do a campus tour or orientation, all of that good stuff. So go ahead and we'll see if we can take a little spin on it here.
All right. Upon opening the app, you come to this very sleek screen. You have a side menu to the side. As mentioned, you have a choice between residential, academic, food and dining, and also athletic facilities. Once you click on one, you're able to select your destination from menus. So you pretty much just choose one. Say, for instance, if we want to go to Chick-fil-A inside of the Union, it automatically generates your current location and routes you all the way from your current location straight directly to your destination, and it chooses the exact shortest route to get there.
All right, so say you walk to campus, walk to class, and all of a sudden it just starts pouring down rain.
Right.
How do you catch a bus?
If you want to catch a bus, you do the same thing. You go back to the side menu, and you'll scroll down and select the bus routes. And just like the GPS, it locates your current location, so it chooses the nearest bus stops around you. And as you see, this will be the closest one, so you select it, and you can see its arrival time, and you can also view a live map of it, so you can see its perspective towards you. And it puts up your current location here, and the bus stop is here. And it does that for every bus route that's around you within, for this instance, it's 65 meters around you.
Wow.
And it also has the ones that's going to Walmart and the ones that's going down Highway 12. So if you need to catch a bus back to campus, you can do the same thing.
Fantastic. This got you so much attention, you ended up out at the Apple campus, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, tell us about that.
Every year Apple hosts their developer conference. It's a worldwide conference, and every year it's in San Francisco. Every year I've always watched it online, but this year I decided to actually submit one of my apps just for the fun of it. However, 2 months later I received the invitation and they granted me a ticket, which was worth $1,700, and they had the opportunity to fly me out there for free and pay for my hotel and everything. While out there, I was able to meet Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, able to tour Twitter, Uber, Google, and LinkedIn. It was a very amazing experience.
And so you are the brains behind the operation, but you did get a little bit of assistance from the E-Center, correct?
Yeah, the E-Center at Mississippi State University has been amazing, supportive. Throughout this whole experience, I always give thanks to them because they've done a lot for me. I even participated in the entrepreneurship week at the campus, and I was able to receive some funding money, which actually supported me along this way. So the Eastern has been amazing for me.
And what does the future hold for Terrence Williams?
Currently, more features for Bullywalk. I just recently started my own business, Nobility Tech. Hopefully I can actually grow this into something bigger for the state of Mississippi to get started in technology and actually show people the opportunity that we have in technology.
You think you'll stay in Mississippi?
I actually believe I will stay in Mississippi because this is where I'm from, and I actually want to give back to my state and my community, so I believe I'll be here for a while.
Well, we are awfully proud of you and
you.
all that you have done and the way that you have done it. You're just a class act, and we look forward to monitoring your future. We think there are big things ahead.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. We're going to take a break. We will be back with Chip Templeton in just a moment. Stay tuned.
So you have an idea. It's exciting, it's original, it's genius, and you think it could be the next big thing. But how do you turn this idea into reality? At the Entrepreneurship Center, we will guide you through every step of the entrepreneurial process and help along the way, from developing and enhancing your idea to building your product and bringing it to market. Our programs will help refine your idea and connect you with other creative individuals. You can collaborate with students and discover their brilliant ideas, learn from expert faculty and accomplished business leaders, and even receive money to expand your venture and start your own company. Whether your idea is a revolutionary product, app, or service, we can help. The Entrepreneurship Center at Mississippi State University. From invention to innovation, it starts here.
Welcome back, everyone. Joining me now is Chip Templeton, the new director of the Small Business Development Center. And while he may be the new director, the name Templeton in Starkville goes back generations, and they have been very influential in the community and also at the university. So we are happy to welcome you officially to Mississippi State University.
Thank you. I'm very proud to be here and be a part of the College of Business.
Tell us a bit about the new gig as the director of the SBDC.
Well, we have 10 county area that the SBDC here at Mississippi State is overseeing. Those 10 counties. We're one of 8 locations in the state. So obviously we're quite proud, and we want ours to be the best, of course.
Well, and we want folks to be aware of just the types of services that are offered, because unfortunately at times it seems like it's a well-kept secret, and it doesn't need to be.
That's true. That's true. We kind of have 2 avenues that we kind of think. We want to look at existing businesses, small businesses that are out there that might need some counseling or training to help them become more viable than they are. So we're there. I know when I was in business, it was great to know that I've got someone I can go and talk to and just kind of get some fresh ideas and so forth. So we want to talk about existing businesses and how they might do better. And then we want to look at from the entrepreneurial side for those that may be starting a business. So throughout the month, we offer 2 classes. We have the location here in Starkville, and we have a satellite location in Meridian. Dustin Odom down there does a monthly programs for that. So those programs are to how to start a business, and then how to make a business plan. So sort of step 1 and step 2, and then after people go through that, then if they want to take some next steps, then we would be there to do some more counseling and coaching and so forth to see what they might do.
And there are programs available, I think the 7A, some of the loan programs and things like that, but folks have to understand what it takes to qualify for those loans. And we have found with our entrepreneurs that the toughest part is getting realistic numbers. Every student that starts a business, when you ask them first year sales, it's $1 million. It doesn't matter what they're selling, it's $1 million. So you have to inject some realism in there, and sometimes that's that's tough to do. You don't want to squelch the dreams and the enthusiasm and the energy, but the numbers have to be real.
That's true. The entrepreneurial spirit is what has built America, really. So we don't want to do anything that would pour water on that fire. So you got to have that too. And of course, you know, you don't have to have the $1 million to make quite a bit of money. Obviously, depends on the type of business that it is, what sort of capital outlay you might have, or type sales you might have to have a profit. So, you know, everything kind of has its own personality. A business has a personality of its needs and so forth.
Well, tell us a bit about your background and your family, and I know it's interwoven with Mississippi State, with the Templeton Museum and all that, but just give us a sense of your background.
Well, I guess growing up, you know, we were a whole bunch of family businesses. The ones people know me most from would be Templeton, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep. I was the dealer principal, president, owner of that for 28 years, and got out of that about 5 or 6 years ago. And so I think in terms of small business. But you know, growing up around the dinner table, we were always talking about the what-ifs of business models of various things. You know, we were in the hotel business, subdivision development, music businesses of various types, insurance, just a plethora of different ideas. So we grew up thinking entrepreneurial spirit, and even our hobbies were our businesses. You mentioned things at the university. To put a plug in for the MSU libraries, at the 4th floor we have the Templeton Music Museum, of which was my dad's collection, but the collection is called the Business of Music. So if anyone takes anything away from their experience, we want them to know it was at the library, of course, but it's the business of music. And really, if you need some practicing of how business works, think about the business of music and what all that entails. It really is about everything at the College of Business, from marketing to you name it, it's kind of intertwined with that. So that's sort of our story. We think business, and we know that's what makes our families prosper and so forth, and a great place to be.
Well, I know that when you talk about music, I'm at least going to plug the fact that you're a great keyboard player.
Well,
so
thank
we need
you.
to
And you
let
well
folks
at
know
guitar,
that. So why at this stage of your life, you certainly don't need to be working, why did you decide to take this on?
Well, our family, we never retire. For some reason, you just kind of go to the next thing. The last 5 years, to kind of fill in the blank, I have been at MSU Extension Service. And there I dealt with some broadband issues, how people can apply broadband into their life, their business, and so forth. And that turned into telehealth,
Right.
which is actually as part of any business model in the future that needs something to be done. So the reason I do it is because it's the next step. You know, you need to be thinking, what else can you do that can be productive? So I plan to be doing these type things for quite a years to come.
Well, we're excited you're on board, and we'll be working closely together. And when I found out that you were going to be doing it, I was very excited because you bring the temperament and the expertise. So thanks for that.
Thanks
for
so
being
much.
here. Folks, we thank you for joining us, and that's going to do it for this edition of Dividends, and we'll see you next time.